Hey girlies, welcome back. So we're gonna do a get ready with me, and also like we gonna talk, cause like I consider y'all like my friends and whatnot. Cause truthfully speaking, I don't have a lot of friends, and I like it like that. People are weird. It's best to keep your circle small. Trust me. Okay, see this lotion gonna come out. Barely does. Okay, so get ready with me to get food. I have to open the whole thing, cause it's like wasn't coming out the little thing. Um, yeah, let me just stop there. Okay, so this is something that I really wanted to talk about. I feel like it's very important to know these kind of things, or like if you see certain signs to be able to identify um signs about having like a secret hater in your friend group or just having a fake friend. Because nowadays it's very hard to find people that are solid and people that are real. And one thing about me with this channel, I always said that I'm gonna keep it a buck because we live in a time that keeping it a buck with people means that you're mean or you're rude. It's just we live in a society where being fake is just so normalized that being real is just it's a problem for people. So that's for starters. Okay. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all need to be careful with y'all friends with. And I mean that in every possible way. And truthfully speaking, I wish I knew certain things when I was younger. But y'all really need to be careful who y'all friends with. Cause y'all could be friends with somebody, y'all could be solid, and they just praying on your downfall, or they just want you to be screwed. Like y'all really need to pay attention to that. Like that's very important. And I'm gonna give y'all some tips on how y'all able to identify that. That's too much. Okay. The first tip to know that your friend is fake or a secret hater is when they're in secret competition with you. So like if you tell them good news and like they trying to make it about themselves, they're not letting you have your moment, or like they're trying to like one up you and whatnot, that's not your friend. That's a secret hater who's in secret competition with you, and you need to cut them off. That's the first sign. The second sign is what's it called? When your friend acts like a baby and they want to act like, oh, why you and not me? And I could tell you that from experience because I had a friend like that. Like I told her some good news, thinking like I was happy obviously. So I told her because we were talking about the topic of like relationships and whatnot, like going out. So I was telling her like, that I'm happy that I've been in my relationship for like 2 years and no change or whatever, right? And like she's just like she started getting sad and she's like, oh, like she's having a hard time like finding somebody to talk to and yada yada. She's like, oh, all my friends are in relationships but me and yada yada. And I really thought that was like mad weird. Cause if I'm telling you something I'm happy for, I'm thinking like you gonna have to be happy for me too. But if you acting like that, it's just like, I'm not gonna tell you anything. Cause to me that's weird. I feel like that's weird. If I'm friends with somebody and they tell me good news, I'm gonna be happy for you. I'm not gonna be acting like, oh, why you and not me? Like that's weird. That's not weird. Tip number three is if your friend doesn't respect your boundaries. So like let's say you have a friend who asks you for money or whatever, and you tell them no, and they don't respect that, like they still like pressuring you or like they getting to the point where they're like harassing you until they get what they want. That's not your friend because they don't respect your boundaries. Your friend doesn't mess up your money, your character, or you in general. So if your friend is doing any of that, that's not your friend. At that point, that's just an enemy. Like you don't even need friend. Like who needs enemies if you have friends like that? Like let's be real. You know. For me, tip number four is another one. If I feel like I always have to reach out to you and you like never reach out to me, I'm really just not gonna talk to you again. Like for real, for real. Cause for me, I'm like the type of person like I have friends that I send reels with, and like we talk and whatnot. But like if if it's just always me, I really just stop talking to people honestly. This is how I am. Oh yeah. And then what's another one I was gonna say? Oh, number five is another one. I feel like people might have different opinions on this one, but I feel like if your friends is cool with somebody you don't like, that's I don't consider that a friend. Cause it's like, why are you like friends with somebody I don't like? You know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm not that extra because I'm like, you could be friends with whoever, but like don't expect me to be friends with them. But then again, it's like I don't trust you because I don't know what you're telling them. So it's like I don't know. To me, that's weird. Excuse me, but everyone's different. So yeah. And then I feel like tip number six is if your friend is just not honest with you. That's what I think. Cause like a few years ago, I had a friend that like I was wanting to hang out with her, and like every time we talked about that, she'll give me the runaround, or like she'll make up an excuse and whatever. And I'm the type of person like if you don't like me, if you don't want to hang out, you could just tell me that. Like that's just how I am. So I remember one time we were talking about that, and she was gonna hang out with my high school best friend at the time. And she's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna hang out, yada yada." I'm like, "That's so cool that we could all hang out together, yada yada." So she said, this was when I was like younger. I was like 19. So she's like, "Oh yeah, like I just want to hang out with her, yada yada." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." Like, I'm like, if you never wanted to hang out in the first place, you could have said that. But you know, it's whatever. After that whole situation, I blocked her. I blocked her and removed her. I'm not. I love myself and I respect myself. I'm not gonna be kissing up to somebody. You don't wanna hang out, you don't wanna hang out. I want you to kiss up to the Lord. That's it. Nobody else. You don't like me, you don't like me. It is what it is. Yeah, like for me, I developed that personality over time. But I've been that type of person. You don't like me, you don't like me. I'm not put in this world to be liked. It is what it is. So yeah, like for people that care too much about other people's opinions, y'all need to be like that. Like it takes time and it takes practice. It wasn't easy. It wasn't always like this. You know what I mean? But you need to tell yourself that. I don't care if you like me. The hell? And I'm from the hood too. Like we say stuff like we don't care if you like me. I don't care if your mama like me. I don't care if your grandmother like me. Like if you don't like me, you don't like me. It is what it is. You're not put in this world to be liked. What's important is that you like yourself. That's what's important. That you like yourself and that you're happy with yourself. That's the most important thing. You'll meet people that like you. You'll make friends. You'll meet loved ones and stuff like that that love you. So the most important aspect is how you view yourself and that you love yourself. That's the most important thing. I never been the type of person where I know this is all over the place, but I never been the type of person where it's like I need to feel accepted. Like I used to be like that when I was like younger, like maybe like middle school type of thing. But from there, I never really been like where I need to be accepted. Like I like being in my own world and just being on my own. If that makes sense. So yeah, you know. But like people need to think like that. Everybody want to fit in, and like for what? I need to really blend this in well, cause this is not. Oh yeah, with concealer, y'all gotta really blend it in, cause if not, it just like stays like this. Like, let me just make sure it's like really blended in. But yeah, like that's not important. That you love yourself and you like yourself. Oh, what was I saying? I think I was like tip number six. So tip number seven, your friends will never force you to do anything you don't want to do, or if you don't like that you don't like. So if, for example, if your friends like smoke or they drink and you don't do that, like they'll never like force you to do any of that stuff, cause you know you don't do that stuff. For me, I don't smoke and I don't drink, but I have friends that smoke and drink, but they don't do it around me. You know what I'm saying? Or like they don't force me to do none of that. So like if you're friends with somebody, if they're your friend, they would never force you to do that stuff. So yeah. But that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I just feel like it's very important for people to know who their friends are. Because nowadays I feel like it's very hard to find friends that are rock solid, if that makes sense. And what's it called? It's just like, I don't know if y'all heard, but a few years ago there was like this girl that she went to Mexico with her friends, and like her friends, they ended up killing her. So it's like you really need to know who you have in your circle, because that secret animosity towards friends, that's not cute. Like they said that on the news, they said that the girl, she had like I think she had two successful businesses, and like she had money, like she had her hustle and everything, and she's thinking these people are her friends, and they literally went to Mexico with her just to kill her. And like after that, I don't even know if they pressed charges, but I remember one time on Instagram, all the friends that were involved in that, somebody posted all of their addresses on social media. So hopefully, if the cops didn't do justice, hopefully the people did justice for her, because she seemed like a really nice person. Like, I didn't know her like that, but she seemed really nice. Her mom was saying in, I think it was a YouTube video or on the news, like she was saying like she was very nice and she was a very sweet person, you know. So it's just like, I'm not saying gonna get killed by your friend, but like things like that could happen, you know. Like when somebody's jealous or has a secret animosity towards you, you never know what it could go to. Like being jealous of someone is the worst thing you could be like be or do, honestly. And for me personally, I feel like if somebody's jealous of somebody, it's just like they have something that you're lacking and you're insecure about it. That's what it means to me. You know what I mean? Like I had situations where like I'm going outside, going about my day, minding my business, and you have people like that. They just want to comment or try to bully me. Like you can't bully me. Like you know, you didn't make me. You can't break me. So it's just point blank period. Like I really took a while to develop tough skin. So it's like little things like that don't affect me. And you choose your battles too. Like I'm not gonna argue with somebody I've never seen a day in my life. You just want attention. That's why you talking. Like my grandma said, people do this. You can let them do all this. As long as they don't touch you, you good. So yeah, but you let them talk. Let them do all this. That's what God gave them a mouth for. To say whatever God want to say. So yeah, I know this video is all over the place, but that's what I wanted to say, y'all. But like yeah, I'll see y'all later. I'm like, well, let me not finish the video right now because I still gotta finish. Well, yeah. But yeah, okay, now I'm done. Well, I'll see y'all next time, girlies. Thank you.